Hello everyone. It's been quite a while since I've uploaded. I've been very busy with uni work and stuff, and as you can tell, I've not been uploading a lot. I've just been busy, but I thought it would be a good idea to go over my top eight worlds list and do all that kind of stuff and give a little tournament report and stuff. I posted one on NA, but I thought I don't know, do one here that I could maybe go a little more in depth into. Um, I don't actually have the deck with me. I'm currently at uni, so I've decided to use the one here on Buddy Formula very helpfully. They have I think it's Vishal who runs it. So shout outs to him. Shout outs to his blog. And he's put together a nice little top eight thing. You can put all the deck lists here. So I sent him mine, so you can just see the deck list here if you want to. We'll just scroll down a little bit, and there we go. There's your boy. Okay, right. So, start off by saying that, I did come top 8. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy. I think, I do think I could have won the whole thing. But to be fair, I think anyone in that top 8 could have won the whole thing through a combination of deck and player skill. Because I think some of the I don't think everyone in that top 8 was equally good, but I do think that for example, Vishal, really good player. I think he completely hampered himself by playing DDs. I believe he lost in top 8. But I think he could have won the whole thing if just luck had gone his way. For example, the Japanese player who ended up coming third. I think, he could have won the whole thing. I was really jealous of him because he got Athora as his top 8 match, which is literally free. Even no matter it doesn't really matter how good the Athora player is, that matchup is like unless they get super lucky, they can't really do anything against Blackwall. This is all rambling to basically say that everyone in top 8 was really good. So as annoyed as I am that I did lose, I definitely think that so I lost to Cam, who came second. And to be fair, I think if I'd lost to him as he was, it sounds like some fucking anime shit, but basically, he learned the matchup really well in that first round he played against me in the final round of Swiss. He learned it really well. And then we played again in top 8, and he played it basically perfectly. Like, he'd put everything into practice that he'd learned from that previous round. So I would have been quite annoyed if I'd lost to him if it was his first time against the deck. But because he'd practiced against me and practiced against it, that sort of previous one, he ended up playing it basically perfectly. So yeah, I couldn't even be salty about the way I lost. At least not not in the brick. The game 3 I completely bricked, but I had a 4-card hand, so obviously. But in terms of the games I could do anything about, bricks happen. I think the ones I won from my own skill. The ones I lost from my opponent's skill. And then I saw people, in bricking happens. Anyway, rambling over. Should we do the deck first? No, we'll do the tournament report first. And then I'll go over the deck. So, round 1, I was against DDs. I was against Jared. This was a pretty unfortunate round for Jared because he basically so what ended up happening is he had put some of his main deck cards in his lost deck, and while he was shuffling for the start of the round, he realized he had 46 cards or something. So he was looking, trying to borrow cards, all this stuff. 10 minutes of the round go by or something before he finds them in his lost deck because he didn't check that. Cool. Alright, round begins. And we're playing. Game 1 happens, game 2 happens. Wrong game 3. And we'd been told we had an extra 10 minutes of time and then time regulations. That ended up being the fault of the judge, that he actually couldn't give us that extra time regulation because of the stream schedule. So he ended up having to only give us the normal amount of time for the round. Now, to be fair, obviously I wasn't really complaining because I was on 25 life or something and I'd just gone first. So it was, a good situation for me, but I did kind of feel bad for Jared. The whole situation kind of got fucked for him. But it was definitely a good game. It was, the games that we did play were really good. And, he's a great opponent. So that was round 1. Round 2, I was against DDs as well. I wish I'd recorded this earlier because I'm trying to remember who I played round 2. Yes. I believe it was I think it was a South, like a Latin American representative. I can't remember which country exactly, but he played against Conan maybe once in his life, so I felt kind of bad for him. It was a no, he wasn't a bad player, but it was a pretty easy round because he didn't really know what stuff to play around and shit. So yeah, and he never really got he I think only one time he had the desuction out to my bouncing as Vermouth to my Vermouth bouncing as Agonia. So yeah, this ended up being a pretty easy round. Oh, I should say, round 1 I lost the die roll. Round 2 I lost the die roll. Round 3 I won the die roll. This was against Vishal, who really did know his shit in this matchup, as I soon realised. But unfortunately for me, I bricked so fucking hard in 2 games. And in this 3rd game, he took off me completely fair and square. I'm not complaining. Like he tested this matchup extensively. He definitely knew how to play it. So, bricking 2 games is not a great way to lose that. But yeah, Vishal, great player, great job. This was the only round in the entire tournament where I won the fucking die roll. So you can imagine that I was just a bit done. Round 4 was against IMAS. This dude, I'd never met this guy before in my life, but a really chill dude. Like he showed up late to the round, and he just, like, the second he started responding to everything optimally, I was like, fuck's sake, I can't deal with an IMAS player who really, really knows what they're doing. This was definitely, like, this IMAS player, I mean, he knew what he was doing. He really knew what he was doing. I was able to get the W from him, even though I lost die roll, but I had to fucking fight for it, man. It was not fun. Well, it was fun, but you know what I mean. Round 5 was also against Idolmaster. This was against Nicole, who came top 8. Her only 2 losses in Swiss were to me and the Japanese player playing Black Orc, so that was fun. IMAS, I lost the dice roll again here, but I don't think she had anywhere near as much experience as the previous guy in this matchup, so she wasn't playing quite as optimally around my stuff. I did misplay a couple times here as well. I distinctly remember making like unnecessary Vermouth calls and things I just shouldn't have been doing, but definitely a good game nonetheless, and good opponent. And finally, I was against Cameron, and I lost the die roll again, but I took this final round of Swiss, so I ended up going X1 in Swiss, which tied me first. I had the worst tiebreaker, so I was 3rd in Swiss overall, but tied first, so it's pretty good, can't complain. I was tied for 1st in Swiss with the Japanese Black Orc player and with, I want to say, the dude who won the whole thing. I think it was the Legend Dragon player. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it was. So then it was cut to top 8, and the top 8 was 1 IMAS, that was Nicole, the player I played in round 5. 1 Athora, that was Panos, who won Worlds in like 2016 or something. I genuinely don't know how he managed to top 8 with Athora. I'm not saying he's a bad player, I just think Athora was an awful meta call, so I don't know how he did it. Maybe he's just a wizard. He's definitely good enough at the game to top 8 Worlds, 100%, but I was just shocked he managed to do it with Athora. But fair play to the guy. 2 DDs, which was incredible because DDs were about half the tournament and only 2 of them managed to top. 2 Horus. Horus was again not quite half the tournament, but it was like 20 to 30% of the tournament. So again, only 2 of those in top. And then 2 Black Orc, me and the Japanese player. There were so I'll give you some of the numbers from what I remember. So there was something like, it was about 50% of the tournament was DDs, about 30% was Horus. So I mean that was the vast majority of the decks. And you see from what did I play? I played 4 DDs and 2 IMAS. IMAS, I believe I played all of the IMAS players in the entire tournament. There was like 2, there might have been 3. So one of them got into top. There was only 1 Athora player, that was Panos, and he got top again. I guess he must have got a lot of collab matchups. There was a couple of Roselias, there was 1 G-Boost Will, and there was 4 Black Orc players, and 2 of us got on top. So yeah, I think if you know Black Orc, it's a deck that really shines in the hands of. This is such like a fucking auto. But like if you know what you're doing with the deck and you're good at the game, you do really like. Black Orc is a deck that just completely expands with your skill level. So when you get to Worlds, I think Black Orc was the pick to make because basically everyone at Worlds should be good enough to take Black Orc and like run away with it and like do crazy shit. So you can see, like, I mean, 50% of the players who took Black Orc ended up in top 8. I mean, that should speak for itself, right? And also to say, like, the Japanese dude literally won the day before with Black Orc in the Japanese format. So, the deck still does crazy shit. It's still amazing. But yeah, then in top 8 match, lost die roll again, brick game 3, fair play to Cam, he came second overall, good player, 100% deserved to do as well as he did. But yeah, I'll give a quick shout out now to Khalil and Dirk, who are the other 2 people who took Black Hawk, the 4. And now I guess we'll get on to the deck profile. So go here. So yeah, I do now realise that this picture isn't ideal, but we'll go into. So Buddy was Vermouth. 2 copies of Handgun. Handgun was incredible. I don't believe I think I was the only person who was actually running Handgun out of everyone who took all. I think it's super underrated. It's really nice. Stealing 2 gauge is actually surprisingly common turn 1, so you know, getting that off can really hamper some decks, especially against DDs. If I steal both their gauge, they're probably not going to be able to loss me. And then at the start of their turn, I can steal another one of their gauge. I can probably set up that that Bourbon call somehow. And in addition to that, if I can Vermouth bounce their Agonia and they don't open the D-Suction, they are totally fucked. 4 copies of the size 0 Hybrid. This was just the discard thing. This was amazing, and also quite nice against IMAS just to pitch for Anzus, so you don't lose too much advantage. 4 Lonely Girl Hybrid. This is advantage card. 4 Vermouth. For the Buddy Vermouth, this is again an advantage card. 2 gauge to draw on both players' turns. Fucking incredible. 4 the Bounce Vermouth. MVP. Just does so much work. 3 of the Check Top 3 Armador. You know, consistency card. 3 Bourbon. Amazing card. This is the Steel Gauge, Gain Gauge, Burn 1, Gain 1. 3 copies of the Life Gain Vermouth. I kind of want to bump her up to 4 because I really wasn't seeing her as much as I wanted to in the matchups where I did want her. 2 copies of the Soul Drop little vodka. Obviously amazing card. So good in this current format against like IMAS, against DDs, against Athora. This is the MVP against Athora. It's just good against amazing. There's so many things. 2 copies of the -525 Bourbon. I don't know how I feel about this card. I'm super indifferent to it. I see like others running 4 and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to try net decking the Japanese dudes list and see if it's just strictly better than mine. But yeah, I never really felt this card. 3 copies of Kudo, the actual MVP. Actually, the most important card in the deck is the fucking detective. It's so good. It's so good. It's art epoch. 2 copies of the Call from Drop Gin. Didn't really use them that much, but you know. 2 copies of Rye. I'm glad I put this in. I wish I'd played against more Horus, because going first against Horus, this card is fucking sick. 1 copy of Brutal Gin. Wish I'd run 2 of it. It outs Holy Wear, so yeah, kind of busted. I was also shocked at the only player I think who buddied Holy Wear was Cameron, the only DD player. So that was, I mean, I found that very shocking because I think it's a no-brainer buddy. And 4 copies of the Pitch Draw 2, 4 copies of the Dragon Emperor Legend, that's not one per turn, 4 copies of the Consistency Set Spell, obviously, 3 copies of Buddy Block, this is your primary defensive card, you need this, 3 copies of Stun Gun Wristwatch, this is your 1 gauge rest and can't stand, super good card, but side out for Kid, depending on the matchup. 2 copies of the Countercall from Drop, might bump that up to 3, I do kind of want to see it a bit more. 2 copies of Astonishment, great card, nice bit of destruction. 2 copies of the Null that salvages the Black Orb, you know, did its job as and when I saw it. 2 copies of the Salvage Detective, great. And then 1 copy of the Searcher. I kind of wanted to run 2 of this, but basically my deck was 66 cards, and my deck name was Execute Order 66. So obviously I couldn't change it. I just had to play the suboptimal list, basically. And then the sideboard was 3 copies of Kid. Kid's a fucking amazing card, and obviously you have it in SP, so you got to play it. 2 copies of Heiji. This went in against all the DDs. I did manage to get it one time. To just into Vanity End, and that was great. 4th copy of Kudo, 3rd copy of Vodka inside, you know, stable cards. 1 copy of that of the Bourbon. This kind of just went in when I like needed to just fill in space, kind of when I wanted to side a bunch of things out. And then 1 copy of Astonishment, again just to get it in a bunch of matchups. So yeah, that's the deck, and that is the tournament report. And I've managed to keep it to only 15 minutes. That's not too bad at all. But yeah, I'm trying to upload more frequently, but it is difficult because life is shit. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.